and they can never know the truth of who you are, because most people are seeing things from their ego. They can't see it from their heart. What to do when someone upset you, hurt you, attacked you, judged you? I want to address that in today's video, so stay tuned. My name is Kartika Nair and you're watching Synchro Shakti. If you're here for advice on how to make your life blissful and awesome and manifest the things you want, you're in the right place. Today I want to get started immediately and tell you what to do when you're getting attacked, hate, judgment, or someone upset you. Now, I want to tell you the lesson based on a story that I'm sure you've probably heard before, but I want to repeat the story to you because hatred is something we all go through. Many of us are sensitive people. We've come onto the planet to create a new planet of sensitive, kind people. So to certain sensitive people, hate and judgment and all of that can be very overwhelming to take. And so one of the stories of Buddha is a story I've loved to meditate on a lot, and every time I listen to that story, it helps a lot more to solidify that learning, and I want to share that with you today. So what is the story of Buddha and how is it going to help you in dealing with hate, anger from someone, upset, judgment, or an attack? And it's simple. So Buddha was, meditating somewhere as usual, and there were a lot of people who used to come and sit around him and meditate with him because his presence was so powerful that people used to love to sit and meditate around him. There was a businessman who really did not like Buddha because both his kids used to go and spend hours meditating in front of Buddha. And he used to wonder, why are my kids wasting their time meditating with this man when they can be doing business and making money and securing their future? So he got very angry and he felt very insulted that his kids would prefer going to the Buddha instead of, doing what he's telling them to do. So he got very angry at Buddha and he said, I need to teach this man a lesson. So he got really angry and he starts walking towards Buddha and he wants to say something, but at that point everyone was so calm around him that he couldn't find the words to actually spit out at Buddha. So what he actually did was he didn't have the words to say, so he actually spat on Buddha's face with anger. Buddha, what he did was he just smiled. And he just smiled with compassion and looked back at this angry man. And this man was very confused because in the past, anytime he has insulted another human being, he has always seen that human retaliate or get angry and react negatively. He's never seen a man who just responded with a smile, and it confused him. So he didn't know what to do, so he just walked back to his house. He couldn't sleep all night. He kept seeing that picture of Buddha and that smiling face, even though he spat on Buddha's face. And he couldn't imagine that there is a man like this on the planet. He thought Buddha was, a fake person. He thought Buddha was somebody who was just, another human being. But he never seen a human respond like that before. So somehow his anger just subsided and he had a lot of love and respect for Buddha instead. So the next day he goes to Buddha to ask for forgiveness. So he walks to the place where everyone's meditating and Buddha's there, and he says, Buddha, can you please forgive me for what I have done? And Buddha looks at him and he says, I can't forgive you. And everybody around Buddha is like, what? Buddha's always been this compassionate guy. How can he not forgive? What happened? And Buddha says, I can't forgive you because you've not done anything wrong. And he says, no, I did. I was the man yesterday who came and spat on your face. I feel really bad that I did that. I don't know why I had all this anger. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. And Buddha says, the man yesterday was as somebody else. The man today is somebody else. So you who's standing in front of me today has not done anything wrong. So I don't have to forgive you. So what he's saying in a sense is that when somebody attacks you, judges you, insults you, they're not really judging and insulting you. They are judging and insulting an idea of you in their mind. So this man, this angry man, knew nothing about Buddha, didn't know much about what's going on, but in his head, he built the story about who Buddha is, this fake man who's just, conning his kids or taking his kids away from the true purpose of life, which is to secure your future, for example, for him. This was an idea in his mind. So essentially, he didn't attack Buddha, he attacked his idea in his mind. He spat on his own mind. Okay, so he attacked himself essentially. When people attack you, me, insult you, judge you, upset you, two things are happening. First, they're not insulting you, they're insulting an idea of you in their minds. Why? Because they don't know you enough. Even the people who are the most closest to you don't know you and what's going on inside of you and who you are and your genuineness. They don't know that enough for them to make a solid assumption of who you are. So, and they can never know the truth of who you are, because most people are seeing things from their ego. They can't see it from their heart. So since they don't know who you are, they're not attacking you, they're attacking some version of you in their heads. So they're attacking their own mind and not you. Even the people who are the closest to you. Okay, so they're always attacking themselves and not you. Now this helps us kind of be a little detached from it, but there's one more thing happening. Like I said, many of us are sensitive people. We've been born onto the planet to create something new, to create a new world of empathy. And some of us can take that criticism pretty harshly. Now, if it brings up a lot of emotional pain in you, that is your wound that you need to heal. Use mindfulness, use Ho'oponopono, whatever healing tool you use it to heal the way you feel. Okay, now make sure you're not taking it personally, but if you do get hurt, do some healing to allow yourself to release that. Okay, that is a continuous process. You can use Ho'oponopono, you can use mindfulness. I'll link in the description some of the playlists where you can study some of that. Now, how do you now respond when somebody talks to you in a bad way or sends a hate message or attacks you in some way? The best way to respond, and this is something that I am making a conscious practice in my life, and I would invite you guys to make in your life, is respond in compassion. Now, it's very easy when all sensitive souls, I'm predominantly making this video for sensitive people, is when you get overwhelmed by an emotion, because in my past I was bullied a lot, and maybe in your past you were bullied a lot. That's probably why you're overwhelmed with that sensitivity. What happens is the past bullying pain starts coming up. Okay, so it's very easy for us to retaliate and act in anger. But one thing I would like you guys to practice is something, and I wouldn't tell you anything that I wouldn't do myself. And it's okay to fall sometimes, it's okay to make mistakes. But the one thing I would ask you to practice is responding in compassion. Even if you're feeling hurt and painful and you want to blame that person for how you feel, just smile and just be polite back to that person. Just do that like the Buddha did. What do you do with that emotion? You heal it. It's not, that person is not causing your pain. Your childhood traumas, your inner pain is causing that pain. So that is for you to heal, not for you to blame. Okay, so the moral of the story is when people attack you, they're attacking an idea of you in their mind. If you respond emotionally, that's your own inner pain that you can heal. So there can be a future where if people attack you, you don't take it personally and you feel at peace about it. That is the goal, that is the enlightened state, and that is what I want you guys to, all of us, to get to that point where this becomes a natural practice. So having said that, that is the story. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it, if you took something back from it, because for me it's a very, very powerful lesson. I wish my younger version of me knew this information and internalized it, because it would have saved so much of trauma on the journey, right? So I want to help some of you guys here save the trauma on your journey and really internalize this learning. And finally, one last thing I want to say before we end it for today is there is a free class coming up on Sunday, 6:30. I'm a trainer and a coach. That's my profession. I teach. I'm teaching a free class on the most powerful manifestation routine. I teach this class at the end of every month. So 28th of June, this Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, there's a 90-minute class on the most powerful manifestation routine. This has given thousands of my students results. It will give you results as well. We're going to go through the entire routine. It's an actual class in the free class. I'm also going to teach you what are the attractive factors that make this routine work so beautifully for you in your life. And I'm also going to talk about how do you make your impossible dream into a possible reality. One of them is right here, my 100,000 subscribers. This is something I did this particular routine to get this, okay? And to get this and a lot of things in my life. So if you want to learn that, it's a free class. I want you to register in the description. There will be the link for it. Register. I'll also put the playlist for Ho'oponopono and mindfulness. We'll be talking a little bit more about this in that manifestation routine training as well. Finally, at the end of the manifestation training, you're welcome to take everything you've learned and apply it on your own. You're also welcome to join our manifestation club. This is a very famous club. Everybody asks us throughout the month, how do you get into the club? So during the end of that particular the class, okay, it's not a webinar, it's an actual class, so it's a practical class. But at the end of that class, we open up for a 15-minute window where we allow people to join our club for the July batch. Okay, so it's a class for 1 month. You learn about that inside of that upcoming class. So I invite you to go register for it, and this is one of those popular classes. We do it every month. Everybody loves it. Everybody takes something massive out of it. It's a proper class. It's not secrets that are in the air. This is an actual step-by-step class. Take it. It'll be very beneficial to you. Register for it, okay? I'll look forward to seeing you there. But finally, I just want you to let me know in the comments. Firstly, did you like this video? If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Share this with someone else who's dealing with hate or anger or upset because of other people's judgments. Because this is a question I see every single day. It's something all humans go through, and I think it's important that everyone internalizes this lesson. Even the ones who are quick to hate will understand who they're hating is not the person but their own image of that person. I think it's a powerful lesson. Let me know if you like this video, if it's a powerful lesson, what did you take back in the comments. Again, if I get enough people commenting and liking, I will make more videos like this with stories and anecdotes and lessons for us to experience a beautiful reality together as sensitive people, as the people who want to bring more empathy and more beauty into the world. So I love you all. Let me know in the comments. I look forward to seeing you in that class as well. And final note, something beautiful is coming on the channel soon. I hope you like it. It's a different type of format in which I want to teach, but I will be bringing that out probably by tomorrow. We'll see. So I love you all. I look forward to seeing you soon, and I'll see you in the comment section. Okay. Bye.